Matt, you've had a little bit of time off now in regards of no game. The team seems to have come back really refreshed from having a weekend without one.
It's been really useful from loads of different things. I got asked in the press, were we pleased to not play last weekend or not? How would we have felt either way? But I think with the guys that have been away on international duty and then the work that we've put in on there, it's been really productive. And sometimes during the season you've got to use these breaks for maybe we'll really see them come into effect maybe later down in the stretch later on in the season. But we've got some really good work into the lads. We've also got some mental recharge into them. And we've spoke all of this week of just kind of ramping things up day on day. And as we sit here, match day -2 going into tomorrow's session. Really looking forward to the game, really looking forward to the next batch of games. And what we know is a continually hard, difficult games, every one of them challenged. So, been pleased for the rest. Looking forward to going again.
Have you been able to get extra work into those lads that potentially needed it, those that were coming back from injury, those that perhaps haven't played as many games as well? Have you been able to get that extra work into them?
I think we were very fortunate in that Donovan and Brandon both went away and have played 2 90-minute games. That's brilliant that they've been able to do that. Something that we've not been able to really do is offer those sort of games when you're coming back from injury. So really pleased to have got that. And the other guys have worked hard. It's been really good doing a variety of practices, the likes of Arsh and a couple of those other guys that maybe haven't played as much as they would have wanted to in the last couple of weeks. Everyone's worked really hard. So it's been, really useful, really effective use of the time, and I think mostly just mentally recharging and getting ready, as I say, to go into this next batch of games now, and they don't get more difficult than Grimsby away. So we know it's going to be a really tough game, and one we go into looking forward to it.
Yeah, they picked up, a couple of away results particularly. They've started the season brightly. I think they're just outside of the playoffs at the moment, and like you said, it'll be another tough test for us.
Yeah, without doubt. I think Dave, when he first came in, I think he would have said it by his own admission himself. It maybe wasn't how he wanted his team to look, and I think they're looking like that now. He's recruited a squad that highlights how he wants football to be played, and they've had some fantastic results away from home, some really good ones at home. So we know they're going to be a really tough team. I think any team in this division that have got a real style about them, it's going to be a tough afternoon because they'll be well coached. They've got some fantastic coaching staff there, as well as Dave. So we're under no illusions. It'll be a really tough game.
Something you often say about other teams. We sit here most weeks before a Saturday game and highlight, the amazing attributes that other teams have got. How do you as a head coach then deal with that when you see other managers, other teams then compliment your team? Because that can be a real fantastic accolade for you as well, can't it?
Yeah. There's loads of talking that goes on in football. Obviously we sit here every week and talk about stuff and all this, that and the other. You just look forward to the actual game, the game, and seeing if we can get on top of the opposition and when the opposition get on top of us, how we can react to that and then try and get back on the front foot in the way that we do things. So, and you're right in highlighting every team is going about things in their own way, in their own unique way. And we as a group, we have to highlight that. We have to be made aware of what the opposition does, but focus on ourselves most importantly. That's what we do, and we've got our way, and we'll keep trying to continue to promote that and hopefully be successful in the way that we want to do things.
Final one for me. You mentioned the likes of Oshin being back out there and doing extra work. Josh is back in the building as well. Priest is still working hard in the gym. It's great to see everybody back in the building together, isn't it, and working hard.
Yeah. Josh is still in and out because he's still in that initial period of he's got his brace on his I don't know where his brace actually is. Not part of the medical staff, I should know that. He's got his brace somewhere on his body and still on his crutches. Priestley's off his crutches now, which is great. So he's in here every day working really hard. Josh will soon be, after next week, be back in every day. He'll be able to drive then. So that's really good. Got a bit of bad news with Dylan this week. He dislocated his shoulder which is a real shame for him because we were just getting some game time into him over at Bromsgrove. So that'll come to a halt now, and obviously he'll go into the recovery period now of himself. But listen, as Dylan's at the start of his career, we all know that injury will come at some point in careers, and he's at the start of dealing with that now, and I'm sure he's in really good hands, especially with those two experienced ones to help him along in that little bit of a process. So yeah, as soon as Josh is back in full time, they'll all be egging each other on.